Hello everyone, welcome back. So in the previous videos we have completed creation of the virtual machine, as well as we have seen how to do the setup for the HTTP server. So in this video, let's simplify the virtual machine setup, that is for the HTTP server. So we have the different solutions for that, okay? Because right now whatever we have done is like after creating the virtual machine, we did the SSH and we installed all the necessary packages, right? But we have the alternative solution, that is these are the three different solutions which we can just go up. So first is the startup script, okay? So here we can just automate the task during the virtual machine launch. So next we have the instance template, that is we can just predefine the virtual machine settings for repeated use. And the third, we have something called custom image, okay? We can use pre-installed operating system patches and the software to start, okay? So we'll start with this solution, that is a startup script. So what is the meaning of startup script? So I hope you have heard about the bootstrapping. So what is the meaning of bootstrapping? It's just automating the installation of OS patches or the software when the VM starts. So what we do is, while creating the virtual machine, so we have an option of to provide the startup script. We're gonna provide that script. So for the bootstrapping, so that is whenever we start the virtual machine, so automatically that script will execute, okay, before launching the virtual machine. So that's what. So we're gonna add the script during the VM setup. That includes the commands for the updates and the installations, and so it automatically set up the Apache server when the VM is launched. Okay, so this is what the command which we're gonna enter inside the startup script. Okay, let's try to perform the demo for this. Let me just get into the project. Okay, so this is my project. Let me just go to the virtual compute engine here. Okay, so let's create the instance. Let me click on create instance. Create instance, and I'll just name this as startup script, demo startup script, and the rest everything I'll just go with the default option. And so even let me just select this allow HTTP. Yeah, so the one main thing is, because I'm showing an example for the startup script, if you go to the advanced configurations, right, so not in this, if you go to your OS and storage, and inside the OS and the storage, it's not here, networking, yeah, in the advanced section. Yeah, so now generally, so as I just to remind you, okay, so this UI will keep on changing it, okay, and the options, they're gonna shuffle, okay. So sometimes, okay, you'll have all the options at one place, okay, and sometimes they're gonna divide it, okay. So right now this advanced section, okay, they have made it separate, okay. So if we get into advanced section, so here we have a startup script under the automation, okay. So we can just read this out. That is, you can choose to specify a startup script that will run when your instance boots up or the restarts. So startup scripts can be used to install the software and the updates, and to ensure that the service are running within the virtual machine. Okay, so for this I have already copied the code. Let me just go and paste it here. Okay, so this is the commands. Okay, so what we have just done in the previous videos, like updating the packages, okay, we're installing the Apache 2, and with help of echo I'm just printing the hello world along with the host name and the host IP address. And so this is what my startup script is. Okay, so let me just go and check the networking once again. So this is enabled, and advanced, this is enabled. Let me just click on create. So now I'm creating the VM with the necessary installation, that is a software installation of the Apache. So generally what we have done in the previous video, after creating the virtual machine, we did SSH and we tried to install all the packages, and even we installed the Apache 2 server, right? So now what we have done, so before creating the virtual machine, we have given the user script, okay. So so this will be installed when before we start the virtual machine, okay. As soon as I start the virtual machine, that will be reflected there. So let's verify that. Okay, so let's wait. Yeah, so it's running. So if I just get into this, so again we can see all the basic details here, and even I can find this all the user data, right? So I can just find that inside the metadata information, startup script. Yeah, so you can see I can find that custom metadata here. Okay, so in case after creating, if you want to just see like what is the metadata we are given, so you can just find that detail in the custom metadata. All right, so let me just go back and let me click on to this external IP address. I think like you can just do it from here also. Okay, so from here also you can just do it. Let me just go back and let me just click on to this external IP address. Yeah, you can see I'm getting hello world from demo startup script, and this is what the IP address is. You can see within the clicks we are able to create the instance as well as with the user data. Okay, and so yes, so this is all about the first solution. Is let's move on to the next solution in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video, let's go with the next solution, that is the instance template. So instance template is like a blueprint, okay? So where you have all the options, all the configurations which have decided for your virtual machine. And once you create that template, from there you can just create a multiple virtual machines, okay? So let's see how we can do that. So we have completed this bootstrapping with the startup script. So now let's look for the instance template. So you're going to create an instance template, and first you in the within the instance. Okay, so when I say instance template, it's just a blueprint of the instance. You're going to create the blueprint of that instance. When I say blueprint, you have all the necessary configurations, the images, okay, so which is required. Even you can add the startup scripts, right? So once you have that instance template, then you can create a multiple instances from that. Because what if I want to have the one more instance with the same startup script? So again I need to follow up the same process, right? Then create a virtual machine, then add that startup script. Okay, but instead of that, so I can create a template, so where I can just after creating this instance template, I can create hundreds of virtual machines similar to that, right? So yes, so this is what the key features is. We can define the machine type, image, labels, and the startup scripts. Convenient, it is convenient for creating a similar instances or the managed groups. And so let me just go and see the demo for this. Let me just get into this virtual machines, and so I'll just remove the previous virtual machine. Okay, so make sure you delete the instance. Instead of that, I'll just do here, I'll click on suspend. Okay, so please delete all the resources and all the services once you're done. Okay, so don't waste your free credits. All right, so let me just so it will get deleted. Okay, let's close this. Okay, let me click on. Okay, so to create an instance template, okay, we'll not be clicking on this create instance options. Okay, so we need to go to the next option. Can you see here? So we have this instance templates. Okay, you need to click on this instance template, and so here you'll get an option to create an instance template. Okay, so here we have this option, that is create instance template. Let me click on to that. Okay, so here I need to give the instance name. Let me just give the demo instance template. All right. The next is the same thing. Okay, region. We are specifying what is the machine configuration. So that is the E2. Okay, I'm going to go with the default. Almost you'll see all the same configurations what you have done. Okay, but here it's slightly different. You can see. So I don't have those options when I saw for the virtual machine. Right. We had the networking. We had the advanced section. But for the instance template, you have everything just a single form here. Right. So we need to select the options. So we are done with this location. We are done with this machine configuration. So now let's move on to the advanced section. Let me just allow this HTTP, and let me just go to the advanced section, and here let me just give the with respect to the script, right? So where is that? Oh, it will be inside. Yeah, it will be inside the management. Okay, and here this is where you need to give your startup script. So let me just give the startup script. This is my code. Let me just copy that and just paste it here. This is my script. Okay, so this is the template I'm creating it. Okay, so I want the firewall, that is I want to allow the HTTP traffic, and this is what is startup script is. So once I create this template, I can create hundreds of virtual machines similar to this. Okay, let me just go and click on create. So let me just refresh. It will take some time. Let's wait. In fast forward the video, let me just wait this instance template to create. Okay, so it got created. So you can just click onto that and see all the information. Okay, similar to the virtual machine, like what is the basic information, machine configuration, networking, okay, firewall, and all the stuff. Okay, and the more importantly, the metadata, you can just see that in the custom metadata section. And this is what my startup script is, right? Okay. Now let me just go back, and so this is my instance template. So now out of this instance template, let me create one simple VM. Okay, let me just click on more actions, and here you have an option to create a virtual machine from this template. Okay, let me click on create VM. So that way you can just create hundreds of VM. Okay, so let me just rename demo instance template. Okay, let me just replace this with my name. Okay, just to identify. Okay, and I need to just click on create. Okay, I'm not selecting any of the options like user script or whatever the networking, because already it has taken all those things. Okay, you can see allow script, and if you go to the advanced section, you can see already that is taken. Okay, because I've clicked onto that. Okay, let me click on create. Okay, let's wait. Okay, it's got created. So now I can directly click on this external IP. Yeah, you can see. So I'm able to see that Apache to Debian default page. Okay, so it's absolutely working fine. And yes, so this is how you create instance template, and from that instance template, this is how you create a virtual machines. Okay, so let me just go here. First, let me just delete this. Okay, so I'm just deleting in front of you so that you have an habit of deleting it. So don't leave this instant as it is. Let me just click on here, suspend, and here also I'll click on suspend. I'll go to the instance template, and here also let me just delete the instance template. Okay, make sure delete this instance template as well. Okay, click on delete, and let me just verify that delete, delete, and click on delete. Okay, it got deleted. Yes. So see you soon in the next video.